Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry about my voice. I'm a little under the weather. My son has started school, and the second kids go back to school, the adults royally get screwed. So I'm sick, Vinny got all of us sick. So I've been trying to come to work. As you guys can see, I'm probably a little sweaty. I've been sweating it out. So hopefully I recover soon, but feeling like, to be honest with you. Aside of that, new episode, new car. My buddy Chris actually flew down here last week. You guys met Chris. We got the GT3 RS together. We went to the Sotheby's auction, and Chris was there with me, and so on. Chris is my really good friend, and we buy a bunch of cars together and mess with them, flip them. We're part of a separate business that we're doing. We're actually planning on starting Gintani Motor Cars. It'll be based out of Utah, and we're gonna start selling cars that are already built by Gintani. You guys don't have to wait. They'll be there ready to go. Turnkey cars to buy and have fun with. But right now in this episode, we had the privilege of buying this beautiful E60 M5, which has 39,000 miles on it, Alpine white. Chris is obsessed with white, so I'm trying to get him into the black and red. I kind of got him going there a little bit, but this one we found in white, and he fell in love with it. And we just picked this car up. We're gonna do suspension, wheels, tires, exhaust system, and I'm gonna tune it for him, and then we're gonna get it together and ship it out to Utah so he can enjoy it as a daily driver. He wants something different to drive except for his RS6, so he wanted something old school. I think he got jealous of me buying all these E36 M3s and E30 M3s. I bought an E46 M3 and it didn't even last more than 3 minutes on my driveway before he told me that he was taking it from me, and I had no choice but to sell it to him or else he was gonna kill me. He actually literally threatened me. I had to sell the car. But again, we're going back to our roots. We're going back to having some fun with BMW. So you guys stay tuned. We're gonna get this thing on the lift, tear it apart, and show you a little bit of the Alex Gintani flavor, my way of styling this car. There's a couple pieces that we're still missing. We wanted to get the black grills, the side kidney grills, a black M badge, and we also wanted to get a front lip and a rear diffuser for the car. Those have not come in yet, but Chris wants the car and he wants to go have fun and drive it. So we're gonna put it together with most of the main components, and you guys will see how it looks. I think it's gonna look pretty bad. This engine is a beautiful engine. I mean, the way it sounds, the amount of power it makes, the amount of power you could actually make with it. The crazy part is, back in the day, we used to put blowers on this thing. I put a YSI, Vortec V7 YSI on one of these, and on Mustangs and stuff, you're able to make 1,200 horsepower out of them, but with the CFM they could actually provide. But this engine flows so much air and it eats up so much air that even a YSI, we maxed out a YSI at like 15 pounds of boost on this car. And I think that car it's still the record holder. It made 980 wheel. These cars used to be really fast. I mean, one of our cars that had made 980 wheel, we used to race it against a stage 1 bolt-on twin turbo Huracan, and it would literally be door to door with it. The best part about this engine is the amount of power it can make, the sound, and it's got its issues with Vanos and this and that, and obviously the rod bearing problems that come with the S65 and the S85, but it's one of my favorite setups. It's one of my favorite M5s, honestly. I wish it had a DCT. It didn't come with a DCT, it came with an SMG. We built a DCT one, that was my personal car. I would still want to put a DCT in this since it is still one of our personal cars. So when Chris gets sick of playing with it, I'll probably throw a DCT in this thing. But I mean, you guys can see this car, it's immaculate. The paint is unbelievable. There is literally not one ding on this car. The only thing that we found on this car that had a problem with the paint was this little rock chip right here, these two little rock chips. And aside of that, I mean, it's so clean. The interior is unbelievable. I still love the M5 seats that basically, when you're taking a turn, they come out and they hug you. This car is a true 39,000 mile car. It's very hard to find an M5 like this. So when we saw it, it was instant. He didn't even hesitate, literally jumped on the plane, came down here, and got straight into the car, and we drove it around for a couple days, and then we ordered a bunch of parts for it, and now I just got to finish it up and put it in our transport and send it up to Utah. So stay tuned for the one-day build series. It's a good idea. I'm sitting in this thing. It's hot and it's making me sweat. So maybe it'll get all these nasty toxins out of my body. What you think, Dave?
Well, speaking of heat, there's another car here, right?
Oh, there's another car here, yeah.
Should we go check it out?
That car's actually got to leave tomorrow too. So this car right here is a pretty special car for me, especially. I've always wanted one personally myself. And I was actually trying to buy this car myself, but I had ordered the Revuelto, and because I had ordered the Revuelto, I couldn't obviously afford to buy this car. I called two of my really good friends, which I don't know how connected you guys are with us, but I have a little friend, the midget, I call Augie. That's one of my close, very, very close friends, and his partner Eli, which is a great friend of mine. And I couldn't buy the car, so I called Augie and Eli, and they were down here, we went out to dinner. I got them drunk.
Hell yes.
And one thing led to another. Next thing you know, they were on a flight to go get a cashier's check for $1.275 million. And we went and bought this car from Rancho Mirage, McLaren, from Jason Camisa, our buddy that you guys love to make comments about his hair and his clothes and show people what these cars could do. So Jason sold us this car. It was in Utah for the last few months. Me and Augie were talking the other day and he's like, this thing's boring. I need some sound out of it and I need some flames out of it and whatever it is. So I said, all right, send the car down. So he sent it down. Well, we got the car here a couple days ago, ripped it apart. We are putting our full system on it. It has our bigger injector set up. It will get our map switching set up. The guys are actually closing up the back right now so we could get it ready to get on the dyno tomorrow morning. I got to get it on the dyno tomorrow morning, do a couple pulls, make sure everything checks out, put it together, and it's getting on our transport with the M5, and they're both going to Utah. So we'll have both of them for you guys. I don't know if it'll be in the same episode, but we have two cool builds for you guys to watch. I mean, the BMW build's fun because it brings out back our history, our roots. So this car is very special because it's factory satin black, and then it's got all the carbon option basically. So you can see all the carbon, and all the carbon is in gloss black. So that's why I love this car so much. That's why I wanted it so bad, because me and satin black, I mean, 3 of my cars are already satin black. So again, I'm still trying to convince Augie and Eli to sell me this car. I might have a deal going on with the SVJ, might be selling it, maybe pick up a Senna, maybe pick up a P1 or a Carrera GT. I really want a 918, can't get that, way too out of the range, but I was trying to convince Augie to sell me this car, but he's being a prick and trying to charge me $1.5 million, which he's never gonna get. But Augie thinks he's funny and he's cool, so he had our buddies at Envision in Utah wrapped the door sills with a picture of his dog, and his dog's name is Bruce. And he had this thing made over here, and it says Bruce McLaren, and it's his dog right next to it. So I think it's pretty cool, and it's kind of pretty stupid at the same time. No, I'm gonna take that shit off the second I buy this car. That's coming right off. I don't know why the hell you would put a picture of a dog, your dog, on the side of your freaking car. So Augie, the second you give me this car, the second I buy it, I'm ripping this shit off, bro. I'm gonna throw it straight in the trash can. Just like I'm gonna throw you in the trash can.
Oh, damn!
So that's my relationship with Augie. I cuss him out, we yell at each other. It's constant back and forth. I still love him. He's still one of my closest friends, but he's just the biggest pain in. He literally gave me like 2 days to put this car together because they have a photo shoot. I gotta deal with both like this my whole life. So stay tuned. Let's make some noise with this thing. What was that guy's name, man, from South Park? The poopy guy. Yeah, Cheyenne's the real life one of that poopy turd guy. Dude, now I'm pissed. I gotta know what this guy's name is, man. It's Mr. Yeah, it's Mr. something.
Oh, that guy with the Christmas hat?
Yeah, it's you, bro. Mr. Hanky, that's what I'm gonna call you from now on. I'll be like, hey, Hanky, get over here. I wanna walk around and look at some cars, bro. Look at this thing. Yeah, I know, it'd be great to do this car. I love this car. I love 812s, bro, and this is the king. Look how beautiful it is. Yeah, you can't get a better Ferrari than an 812, I'm sorry. And a Competizione is just out of this world. So, how you doing? How's everything? Good. Hi, how are you? Hi, nice to meet you. What's up, man?
Hey, man.
What happened? You don't like me, bro?
No, dude, I just got my car back. I almost blew the turbos already.
Yeah, normal.
It is, dude.
No, you got
my
your...
McLaren is more reliable.
Of course,
like, I'm so scared, dude.
All right, guys, believe it or not, this is my first OC, South OC Cars and Coffee. It's pretty insane. I think we came here on one of the craziest days. There's a lot of crazy cars over here. Very nice people. I could have moved away from the Revuelto for a little bit, so I'm gonna go grab some coffee so I don't fall asleep on the drive back. Next time we know we gotta come here at we gotta leave the house at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
for sure.
we gotta get here like at 8:15.
Yeah, we screwed up big time. I got lucky that they were nice enough to let me park the car over there. Don't get run over by this Ford, or then you're gonna be found on road dead.
But it's first on race day.
No, it's not. Actually, I can't hate on Fords. I like Fords. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, for sale. Nice. I want one of these. That's a nice bus. It's like a Mr. Bean car. Oh, look at the Noble. That's pretty cool. I used to be obsessed with these when I was a kid. Yeah, it's the perfect color too. 1 of 75. Look at this thing. Yeah, it's awesome. Look at the filters. That's so dope, dude. That thing's sick. Look how mean that thing looks. Wow, that's sick. I had one of these and then I sold it to Adrian, but mine wasn't like a street car. This is the thing, this is Gurgen's car. Shifted and forward, shifted in reverse. That's that car, dude. He's got a yellow one. Who wants to see us bring the shifted guy to Gintani? Wow, look at Auntie touching the car, man, all over the car. Don't touch car, Auntie. Look at the little kid, look at the little kid. So nice, man. Nothing could beat the design of a Lambo, bro. Even at this old, even like a Countach, it's so timeless. Like a Lambo's something else, man. 750. I love what they did to the back of this car. I just can't stand the front bumper. I love the back. It looks so good, but this front bumper, it makes it look like a electric car. It drives me crazy. This one looks pretty nice, actually. I don't know, man. Something about the front bumper is like too, I don't know. This one nice, though. Honestly, one of the best cars. It's comfortable. It's so fast. Yeah. Drives nice. I mean, it's a McLaren. It comes with electrical issues, but whatever. You learn to deal with it. Oh, damn, this one's got the full carbon roof. Oh, dude, that's a Land Rover trophy truck. That thing is crazy. Bro, this is like the ultimate truck, man. Holy shit. I want one.
Put F1 exhaust on it?
No, I just leave it the way it is. This thing is perfect.
Love your work, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Man, this thing's absolutely nuts.
Pretty much. Thank you.
It's insane.
Just finished it this year, unveiled it in Aspen at the GP Ice Race.
I got to start putting money in my piggy bank.
There you go. That's what I did for a lot of years to build it.
Wow, man.
Brutal.
Any idea how much they're going to be around?
They're 1.5. If you have questions or if you've started looking under it, this thing is a full tube chassis race truck, developed absolutely from scratch. We were developing it as a race car first, and then as we got further down the road, we thought, let's make this thing street legal because it would be amazing to be able to drive it on the road. I've been obsessed with Defender 90s since I was in high school.
Yeah.
So for me, bodying it as a Defender was the thing to do, but everything is basically carbon. It's a carbon skin over the top of a tube chassis race truck.
It's unbelievable, man.
There's parts in this truck. Our original price point when we started was $625.
Yeah, that never happens.
The problem was,
I buy one right now. Yeah.
Whenever you come up with an idea to make a part, you never go back the other way.
No.
Because you're never going to be like, well, I got to keep that price point where it was.
No, you always, it ends up making it even more expensive.
The front differential housing is a good example. It starts as 1,200 pounds of billet aluminum, gets 590 pounds. And it does everything. It mounts the upper control arm, lower control arm, all the steering, all the chassis pickup points, the rockers.
It all goes on the... I mean, we build parts ourselves, so stuff like that for me is amazing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Fenders move to get out of the way for the tire, because the tire comes all the way to here.
Really?
So there's a rocker that drives the whole mechanism that moves the fender out of the way. That's pretty
Did you see the diff? Did you get a shot of that diff? Bro, this is insane. Okay, this goes on my list for the next...
It's like a full-size RC car, right?
This is insane, insane. The back, the suspension is out of control, dude.
Bro, this is a really bad idea putting me in this.
So it's powered up. This is the air ride control.
Wow.
So this tells you the position of every rocker. So if you want to take it to medium ride height, those airbag assemblies have so much volume that it takes a massive amount of air to get the truck to move.
So you need a gigantic, yeah.
So we have stainless, so there's 65 gallons of fuel below the floor.
Wow.
It's like saddles on both sides. And then these rockers have the air tank bladders.
Oh, really?
So all the air for the air ride is in this chamber.
No way.
And then the HVAC is controlled through this butt.
How cool is this, dude?
At the end of the day, I got a hard time for using an iPad.
Why?
There's so much technology in that.
Yeah.
And it runs all the Bluetooth related things. You can run your stereo off of this.
Yeah, but why would you have it hard? Why would they give?
For a low volume thing, it doesn't make sense to dump all that money
Into making a head unit or anything like that.
Yeah. I have a buddy that does like custom Apple product apps. That's all he does. And he's going to basically make an interface that's prototype.
So sick. It's sick. What do you mean, what do I think? It's freaking amazing. You guys did a great job, man.
Thank you. Have you heard of a company called Dyne Audio?
Yeah, I know Dyne Audio.
Okay, so we worked with their engineers. These are 3D printed assemblies.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
This is cavity, is hollow, goes all the way up into here. That volume is tuned just for that woofer.
Wow.
So it's a sealed cavity, and basically that's one thing we have.
So you get sound in this thing
the
too,
sound
huh?
should be insane. So there's a driver here behind your head. I always love a fill driver, something that makes you feel like you're immersed.
Yeah. What transmission's in this thing?
8-speed automatic.
ZF?
No, it's a 8L90.
Okay.
I funded this thing to build this prototype, and I was trying to basically get a proof of concept together and be cost effective doing it. The GM engine package is so affordable to do a proof of concept.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, it's hard to argue with.
Yeah,
However,
I mean, it's the best thing to use when you're doing something like
this
this.
is the only truck that will ever have a GM ECU in it because the rear steering needs a Motec logic package, and then that Motec ECU will drive the engine and the trans.
Okay, cool. Dude, this is so cool. It's so cool. It's beautiful though, man. Thank you for giving me your time.
Of course, great meeting you.
Thank you, you too. All right, guys, so this is my first OC Cars and Coffee. Next time I know I gotta wake my old up earlier and get here a lot sooner. But what a great turnout, and thank you everybody over here for letting us come in here and park the car where you guys let us put it. Appreciate everything. We'll see you at the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. This thing is so cool. My buddy Danny has oh my God, I can't wait to build this one. That is awesome. So a lot of you guys keep coming to our channel and leaving comments. I know a lot of you guys are DDE guys and you guys watch our channel because you guys have, you know, heard from us from DDE, saw us from DDE, and we appreciate all your support. But at the end of the day, getting bombarded on our comments asking about the DDE GTR motor, listen, that motor needed to be completely rebuilt. It was overheated, the sleeves were out of round, so we had to pull the sleeves out, we had to put new sleeves in, new piston rings, new gaskets. The whole thing basically needed to be rebuilt. It had to go to the machine shop. Everything needed to be checked. All the tolerances needed to be checked. We had to make sure that everything was perfect and it was going to be able to be recoverable before we put it back together. Stuff like this takes time. I know you guys watch it on camera and you guys think just because it's, I don't know, my car or DDE's car that we're going to drop everything else we have and we're just not going to work on anything and just put that car back together. But at the end of the day, this is a business. We owe it to a lot of our other customers that have cars in here. And that's what puts food on the table for our families, my family, the guys that work for me. So we can't just drop everything and concentrate on one car. But again, I just want to reassure you guys, everything's checked out. We've gotten all the new parts. The motor's getting reassembled. Marco at Magnus has it at the shop. Marco is in Canada this week. He's putting it back together. We took the clutch out of the transmission. We sent it out to Datsun to get it upgraded and make it a bigger stack so it could hold a little bit more power. So we're working on the car. I know you guys don't see it on camera, you guys don't see us physically working on it, but we are working on the engine. We are working on a bunch of other stuff to get it back together, and hopefully soon we will get it back together for you guys. So just be patient with us. We've been through a lot with that car. We've done a lot for that car, and we're continuing to do a lot for that car. And we always support Damon and Dave. So I promise it'll get back together. Just be patient.
Hello, boss.